And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel,
yes,
you want to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Sones. Thank you so much, everyone.
Y'all motherfuckers are legends. Would it be weird if I talk like that? Y'all motherfuckers are legends.
That's because I grew up in Texas, I am familiar with like the type of people who do talk like that.
It reminds me of Ice-T.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm just going to tell y'all motherfuckers out there are legends. You're a real one for this. What is that car thing he does now? Car shield?
I don't know.
You're a real one for this, car shield. They're dropping all of their money. I'm sorry, we're going to go on a little tangent here.
Okay.
Ice-T started doing this car shield commercial, which is a clear and present scam. It's like your car is going to break and we're going to repair it for you. I'm like, that's repair insurance, right? So like,
yeah,
right. But they won't cover a car that's outside of its warranty. But that's specifically what they say they cover, right?
What?
They say when your warranty no longer covers your car, we'll cover your car. Right? It's like an extended warranty program.
Right.
Except for they only accept cars up to a certain year. Like, so it has to be this new, which is oftentimes within the range of the warranty.
Yeah.
Right. And apparently they have a long history of having a hard time filing claims with them.
Oh, not surprised.
Yeah. But they did get Ric Flair to be in the commercials.
That's how you know it's legitimate.
I know. When Ric Flair and Ice-T are selling it on the TV at 4:00 in the afternoon, then it's legit.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why my brain went there, but I just, like, we should have a podcast that's just used for pointing out scams. Right? Do not buy Car Shield. Do not do that. Do not do that.
Right.
I'm helping you. And do not get a reverse mortgage. Do not get a reverse mortgage. Magnum PI is lying to you. Do not get a reverse mortgage. I'm helping you out here. There is no company in the world who has just out of the blue decided that they want to help old people and somehow are profitable.
No.
Like, they're just buying your home back for fair prices, and that's a business model.
Yeah.
That's not suspicious to anyone. That they have enough money to pay Magnum PI to come out here and tell you to hire Mr. Blue Bloods himself to come out here and fucking do commercials where he's all sad and old talking to, look, I want to help you. I want to help you. I'm like, he's lying to you. He's trying to steal your house.
Yes.
He should feel ashamed of it for him doing that to you.
But he needs money.
Let's take these houses from the greatest generation. Let's do it. Let's just steal all of their family wealth. Right? Let's do it.
Right.
Don't fall victim for scams and scam artists on the TV. You know. And don't respond to emails, old people. If I don't think there are old people listening to this.
If they are, it's by accident.
But don't. Hey, look, if you ended up here by accident, don't give gift cards to people on the internet.
No.
Don't do it. Just, you know.
Even if Google calls you and says that they're going to send the police after you if you don't buy $700 worth of Google gift cards and read them the numbers, that's not real. Don't do that.
Like, your nephew is in prison and we're going to send him away unless you send us fucking $2,000 worth of iTunes gift cards.
No.
It's like, come on. Like, there's so many clues, but old people still fall for it. So I'm here to help you. Public service. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way.
Right.
Fucking scummy ass Magnum PI piece of shit. Higgins would be upset at you. We were talking about what we're going to do for the intro. And one of your ideas was I could give an honest appraisal of what I thought of Maine.
Yeah, because you're no longer in Maine, so you're free to, without consequence, give your actual opinion.
I would love to see the consequences of Maine. No offense to anyone who lives in Maine that I met and was very pleasant to me. I didn't meet any assholes the whole time I was there. I'm sure they exist, but I didn't run into them. They tend to disappear when a 6'3" guy walks around. I thought that everyone was very pleasant, but we were talking about at when we went to the grocery store that one time. I was like, man, there's some funhouse mirrors out here. They have a unique visage. Is that a deft enough evasion?
Maine is a very homogenous state, I will say. And so with that, you get sort of the same look.
Homogenous sounds like a family name from Maine. It's like, hi, I'm homogenous Greg.
I'm not from Maine, so when I moved up here, I don't know if it's obvious to like the people who grew up here, but to me, like a lot of people just look very similar to each other.
Yeah, and also they kind of this is gonna be so mean. I feel like I'm being mean, and they were nothing but pleasant to me.
What is it? What are you gonna say?
I don't want to be mean.
Oh, no.
I don't want to be mean. I'll just look. What I will say, is that people are non-threatening. Is the way I will say it.
Okay.
They're very non-threatening. You showed me what people up there called the bad side of town, and I was like, "There's a farmer's market."
There is a farmer's market.
I was like, give me a fucking break. Oh my god, I'm from a part of the country where a bad side of town means you've already been stabbed. You know what I mean? And I go to Maine,
yeah,
and the bad side of town is fucking soft as shit.
It is, because like I grew up in a very big city in Texas,
right?
And then when I moved here, just like a lot of the sort of safety things that I do in general, like I always lock my door when I'm in the house.
All six doors.
People don't, like, a lot of people don't do that here, and they'll like mention it if it's like a thing they need to think happen, and I'm like, I always lock my door.
You should always lock your door.
I get in my car and lock my door.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why wouldn't I just automatically do these things?
Well, they have a lock on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a relatively large guy, right? I don't generally think about, those types of situations, but like, I always lock the door.
Yeah.
Like before you go to sleep or whatever,
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Maine is the third safest state in the U.S. So yeah. I guess they're not used to, I don't know, anything more serious than someone coming around to steal your blueberry patch or something.
I was laughing about how obvious the cops were when we were there, because like where I'm from here in Georgia, they're very sneaky. Like they're like wolves, right? When I got there, they were like golden retrievers. It seemed weird to me that they were so out in the open. I was just like, what is going on here? They didn't like when we went to a Walmart.
Yeah.
At like, I don't know, like 10:30, 11 or whatever. And as we're walking up there are these police officers that are parked, and I'm like, I have to walk right past them, and they didn't even roll the window a little bit to look at me, and I just walked right past them, and I was like, wow, you guys need training. There was like no skepticism or I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's how they're supposed to behave, but I'm so used to there being an adversarial stare.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like where they look at me like, hey, he's doing something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Yeah. I don't know, it felt very non-threatening the entire time I was there. Just everything felt kind of pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's a lot of nice stuff about the state. Like I like the weather and I like all the nature, and I like that I'm not in a big city. There's not really a big city in Maine.
Right.
But I don't know, it's pretty nice. Other than
Yeah.
like houses are expensive, but houses are expensive everywhere, so
True. And bigger cities don't make them less expensive, by the way, Rachel.
true. Also
It's
true.
oftentimes the other way around. I will say every house up there looks like it needs to be painted. Like all of them. I didn't see one house where I was like, that looks like it doesn't need to be painted.
Hmm.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah.
like if you wanted to start a painting business, you should move to Maine. Because that shit
Well,
would clean up.
Mainers are very cheap. They're very thrifty. So
Yeah.
a lot of the time with stuff like that, they just don't want to do it to save money.
Yeah. You get you a Wagner power painter and just stop by every spring and just paint their house. Get them on a house painter of the month club. Well, I don't know. I was noticing that. I was like, man, everything here is peely.
Yeah.
Peely.
I mean, I'm sure that like the winters don't help with that.
Right. But that's where the business comes in, right? Like
Mhm.
once your house is not peely, everyone else's house is going to need some paint. You know what I
Right.
mean? I think right now, everybody's house is peely, and so nobody notices that the houses are peely. One guy gets his house painted, and the whole street's going to be like, what the fuck is going on with my house? Right?
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. I think that should be a thing.
Could
You
happen.
should start a painting business up there. It's too bad I hate painting.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time up here.
I did.
We ate a lot of great food and played video games and just hung out. It was really nice.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
No, I had a good time. And I can see your cats are still running around like idiots.
They are. Yep. They sure are.
Well,
I've been feeding them that leftover bacon that you didn't finish.
yep. I tried to eat less of it, so I was just giving some of it to the cats. I like your proximity to the Texas Roadhouse. That helps. That's one of the better things that I noticed about Maine is that you guys have a Texas Roadhouse in close proximity. We went there to the grocery store across the street, and like as soon as you go into the parking lot, we were there to get 5 hours, and when I was walking to the parking lot, I was like, oh my god, it smells like steak over there. It was overwhelming. I was like, oh my god, it's a steak smell just in the air everywhere.
Yeah.
I just want to live next to the Texas Roadhouse.
What's funny is that when I first moved to Maine from Texas, my dad like flew up here to help me get moved in. And the first night that we were like both here, I was like, well, what do you want to do for food? We should go get something to eat. And he was like, I want to go to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I was like, we're in Maine. You want to go to Texas Roadhouse?
Me and your dad seem like we have a lot in common. That's the first thing I did when I got off the plane is we went and I smoked at a parking lot in the middle of the night, and I was like, okay, let's order big steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse done.
We are not sponsored by Texas Roadhouse. We just
But I would
eat
love
there a
to.
lot.
Just send me rolls, we'll call it even. Yeah, no, that place is great. And that Thai place was really good too.
Yes, yeah, I love that place.
The Pad Prick King was awesome.
It smelled really good.
Well, it
But
was really good.
you got chicken in it, so I couldn't have any.
That's a bummer for you. Sad life for the veggie girl.
All right. Well, you want to get to this week's episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
What's the title?
So this is Return to Ravenloft, episode 5,
Mm-hmm.
Petal to the Mettle.
Petal to the Mettle.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. We become race car drivers in this one.
I don't think that's right, but I guess you can listen and find out.
My aunt gave it to me for my birthday.
He looks up. Your aunt's Kestrel?
Mm-hmm.
God.
They say she's killed like 20 guys in one day.
Probably more. Just keep
There's
an
an
eye
article
out, kid,
about her
okay?
about 4 months back.
What happened?
There's an article about her 4 months back.
What'd it say?
She slit some dude's throat in the middle of town square.
What for?
Oh, the article read she pissed her off, but rumor was he was a revenant.
I don't know
what a
what the-
revenant is, but it sounds really, really bad.
Well, she must have had her reasons. Anyway, keep me posted, kid.
All right, you got it.
All right. And I'm gonna walk back and be like,
Oh, he
Nice.
grabs you one more thing. One more rumor.
Hmm.
They're saying there's a dark lord riding with a skeleton army through the south of Darkon.
yeah, I saw him.
Well, there's another rumor that somebody resurrected a dark lord in Darkon as well.
Hmm.
One of
Any
the
names?
orders. Yeah. He starts pulling out pamphlets and he's going through the stack in his pockets and he pulls out. Have you ever heard the name Darkless Rex?
No.
He predates Azalin. He was supposedly like the first Dreadlord of the realm before Azalin.
And how reliable is this rumor?
Well, they heard it from the let me pull up the cult order. 1 second. I want to say it's the internal order, but I want to make sure I got it right for you guys.
Man, if we wanted information, all we got to do is throw some gold at some kids.
Yeah,
Make
he's
some
like-
money.
the internal order. There was some talk from the internal order shrine that one of the high priestess like summoned him back.
Hmm.
But that came out like 2 months ago.
When did Aslan go missing? Ascend, pardon.
Yeah, that's touchy. He's like about 6 months ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, about I think 6 to a year ago. Whatever you say happened.
Okay.
Rumors say the heroes are here, but I mean, I think it's too good to be true that the heroes came.
What heroes?
There's the story that they killed Straw. There's supposed to be this elf in shiny armor and this guy in a coat and some werewolf with hands that shoot fire. And
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me, kid.
yeah, well, I mean, there was a bard that came through town singing about it all over the place. I mean,
Oh,
had
yeah,
these
you can always
stories he
trust
sang.
bards.
The problem is when you looked in his eyes, he believed it.
Yeah, they're delusional and also idiots. Look, kid, keep me up to date with the newest rumors. I gotta run.
All right.
Best 10 gold I ever spent, I whispered to Kestrel as we walk back towards the tavern.
Best 10 gold you ever spent,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, I stink. I'm gonna go clean my armor. I go upstairs.
All right, she heads upstairs to clean her armor. You guys are downstairs. When she gets there, you find Vespira passed out in your bed. She mixed up the rooms again.
Liar. Man, these are rookie moves. Come on, lady.
I leave her alone. I just get to work cleaning my armor.
All right. Downstairs, you guys are out there. You actually see Ethan down on the floor this time. He's sitting next to the bar, sipping a mug. Looks like he's going through his books, checking numbers.
God, I never thought I'd see such a sad sack of shit. Just giving up your sea legs and sitting at a table, adding up numbers. The hell happened to you?
He looks over. A fucking kraken happened. Dick.
Excuses. That's what I hear.
Yeah, you ever accidentally gone through the fog?
I'm
Yeah.
still hearing excuses.
Shut up, Sea Dog. Get over here.
How you doing?
I'm counting numbers, being bored, thinking of the life I used to lead.
Oh, yeah.
Half the time I regret it. Then I
Mhm.
stand up and I crack my back and I remember the pain and I don't regret it as much.
Yeah, no, I'd imagine. But you look good for somebody who came, an inch away from death.
Right?
Yeah.
He points up to the wall to the plank on it. That's all I got left of the ship. Fucking kraken.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, that plank was probably the best part of your ship.
Yeah. You're a dick. So, what are you in the city taking a bite of these days?
Well, I actually came looking for some people this time. Needed a little help with something, and it's
You got a
little
decent crew.
This is outside of normal business. This is more personal business, but it's gotten complicated.
I was about to say, should we take this upstairs?
Well, I think this is. We'll talk about that another time. I actually just had two requests actually. One, I'd like to, if it is available, get my usual room. That would be nice.
It's done.
Thank you, sir. And while we're on the subject, we'll make it 3. Can we get the kid here a room as well?
Off in the distance, you're gonna hear him say, "The fuck he did."
Looks over. He's still with you, huh?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense what you're saying. How the hell could he be wet and dry at the same time? That's just a stupid thing to say.
He's part of the complication.
Wet is the opposite of dry, you fucking twit.
Wow. Did you find him a port or did you find him a sea with that mouth? And tell me he doesn't kiss his mother with it.
I don't know what he does with it, and I'm really going to try not to think very much about that right now. Right now, it just seems to consume lots of eggs.
All right.
Also, in the event he orders
him.
room service, just cut that off. I'm just paying for his room right now. He can take care of his own board.
All right. I got you.
Yeah.
He looks at the barkeep and nods, and barkeep slides 2 keys over.
All right. I'll take those. The other thing, kind of an odd question, but your staff, you got any redheads on it?
He scratches his head. We got Fan. We got Fan in the morning.
Yeah.
She's not red.
No. Met her.
I got Edith in the evening. Edith's a brunette.
Okay. I'm taking notes for myself for no apparent reason.
No, that's fine.
Attention.
It sounds like the middle of a joke.
He looks at the. Hey, Gregory. Hey, who's that? The one that moonlights every now and then that comes in. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, I remember her. That wrong page.
I remember her. Wrong page.
Yep. That's Elizabeth. He's like, Soulgrave, right? He's like, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she runs the flower shop in town. She picks up shifts every now and then. She's redhead. You got a flavor for redheads?
I got a flavor for a lot of things, but that's not exactly what this request is for right now.
She's she's been picking up shifts here or there. Her husband used to come in a lot before he passed.
Yeah.
He was a fisherman.
Single, huh? And a
Uh,
florist.
yeah, florist.
What kind of
Hmm.
flowers? I'm just gonna mosey up to the bar.
All kinds. I the only flowers I know is you bring roses to the ones you like, and you daisies the ones you'd bury. I don't know.
I think it's
I-
daisies. I think you might have got that mixed up a little bit.
I might have. I've
Unless
never
you
actually
unless
buried
you
anyone. I
really-
just dropped the body over the side of the boat
Unless you really hated
and
the
then pissed
person,
on it.
Maybe thinking of daisies seems like a kind of like a sort of loosey goosey way to say
Well,
fuck off.
I don't kill anyone I like, so
Yeah. Well, then you never
not
really
that I
like somebody.
kill anyone anymore.
Uh-huh.
Because it's that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
It's okay. None of us really ever kill anyone, right? We just
Never.
we settle debts. That's the way we look at it.
I like that. We settle debts.
We settle
We
debts.
we emancipate the living.
Yes. Yes.
Why
Yes.
just kill people?
Yeah, the kid has a sense of humor.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Listen, I tell you what, I take my key, I put it in my pocket, I hand Kaeviir his key to his room. And I look at him. You fancy going maybe to pick up a bouquet for Kestrel?
Yeah, I think we could probably do that.
Yeah. I'll come by and talk with you later on tonight if you're around about some of the other stuff that's going on. But for now, we got to go buy some flowers
For Kestrel.
Yeah.
for Kestrel.
She's gonna run you through. You know this, right?
Well,
I'll make her pick
Last
up some
someone that
daisies.
dropped her a pickup line. Yeah, they're picking him up off the floor.
yeah, that's why Kaeviir is going to give her the flowers.
Because I'm so adorable.
I'm banking
Oh,
on
your
the fact
mother
that,
lied to you, kid.
I'm banking on the fact that she won't punch a kid.
You don't know Kestrel. I think she'd punch a baby if it pissed her off.
You guys don't want to know what happened to that last kid that was selling papers outside the tavern?
Oh,
The one with the crutch from the intro
uh,
that I can't
Oh.
believe you left in. You monster.
uh,
Jesus.
You should have
I-
got the other leg and evened it out.
I could not believe you left that shit in. When I heard that we got to that point, I was like, surely she's gonna cut out that middle bit. And she didn't. And I'm sitting here like, well, I'll be on CNN this month. It'll be CNN online. We're not that popular.
right.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go look for some flowers.
All right.
Sounds good to me. I love
Okay.
long form games like this. I really do. Because you can go a couple games without having like dungeon combat. And then all of a sudden it's like combat.
Yep.
Fucking try to negotiate with someone, shit goes sideways, combat, and then it's like, oh, we got 4 games where we're redecorating our house to prevent it from being attacked by werewolves. And it's all good. Like, I don't ever think it's like you slip so into these kind of interactions that you forget that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. We occasionally have to roll dice.
Yeah, it's cool though,
Yeah.
but like the
Yeah.
character stuff I really enjoy. Me and,
Yeah. Oh,
me
yeah.
and Rachel in the last one were really into just kind of, we go for like fucking an hour just playing characters talking about lunches. Remember that time that Rachel was super late to get to combat because she was buying fucking like lettuce wraps from across town? I did a comic where I did a
Oh.
map talking about where Rachel had to get lunch from, and she was like all fucking over
You
town.
mean how you guys had told me that you were gonna go talk to the like Undertaker and then you just set his house on fire?
Yup.
There were vampires in there.
But you
Was it like one of those family circus ones where they follow Billy with the
Yeah.
dotted line?
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
All the way? I drew a town map and I had plotted her location,
Mhm.
It was like 14 stops if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
I
Yeah.
asked Dewok for the map so I could do the comic accurately, and she was fucking all over the place.
Oh,
The comic's called Adri's Big Day. It was like lunch, second lunch, fourth lunch.
stop for prayers. Keep going.
Oh man.
All right. So you guys head south. It's about center of town. Directly south from the Harbor Watch station. About a half hour or so, maybe an hour to get there.
On the way, I'm gonna be like, I used to work at a flower shop
Did you know?
for a little while. Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily seem to line up with what I would expect you to do.
It's called deprogramming. When you're in a rough situation, they try to put you in a place where you won't have any stress or any conflict.
Who's deprogramming you?
Friends.
Oh, okay. Seems like an odd thing for friends to do, but okay. I won't question your ways.
Been working for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, used to hate flowers.
Yeah.
Really
Now you
kinda
like
have
them?
I kind of have a fondness for them. I like them a lot better than large rectangular plaques, but
I see. There's a story there, but maybe that's for another time.
You guys, I'll go for it.
Have you gotten taller?
I have gotten taller.
You
I've
have
been
gotten
trying
taller.
to tell you that.
No, I mean like seriously taller. Like
Yes, like seriously taller.
wow.
What are we
I
listen
I don't
to
know.
things I say?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's
not.
not. Yeah, but until you actually see it and recognize it, then now it's weird. Like before, it was just like something strange someone would say as a joke, but you literally have grown like an inch since this morning.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to take some getting used to.
For you?
Well,
oh wow,
yeah.
you look different. Hey, my shins are longer at noon than they were at breakfast.
Right. And what's going to happen tomorrow when you've aged 2 years and people start trying to figure out what the hell's going on?
I've got solutions for that. Don't worry about it. You remember the stories of the hero?
Well, I mean, I remember some of the things, yes, but that's going to be a little hard to pull. You know what?
I'm gonna take.
You're
my
the
hands in-
professional here. I'm going to let you just.
Hey, not here. Not
Sorry,
here. I'm Kevin.
Sorry, Kevin. Right, Kevin. You're the Kevin here,
Master Kevin.
We're just going to go with Kevin right now because
Master Kevin, second of the Dark Spire. Kidding.
In Kaeviir's ear, what's the Dark Spire?
So what?
In Kaeviir's ear, he hears a whisper. What's the Dark Spire?
Does the voice sound familiar?
No. It's behind you.
I'm going to swing my arm around and swat like in a wide arc to try to grab.
Nothing's there.
We have to remain very
You hear a voice from behind you again. On the other side now. What is the Dark Spire, lad?
The voices don't sound familiar at all.
No, you haven't heard this voice before.
Someone's talking
Now
to
who's
me.
hearing voices?
Actually, funny thing is, Adrian, Kestrel and Rayne don't hear this voice.
I'm not even there.
Are you okay?
Something's going on.
You see a odd man sitting in front of you, Indian style, kind of with his legs crossed, kind of just rocking, looking at you. Jester hat on his head, like long, just kind of coat, hair just unkept, kind of shaggy, just looking at you, smiling. Dark Spire.
Who are you?
I am Soak,
Okay.
and you are not Kevin?
I am Kevin.
You're intriguing. Because I see you as a child,
Yes.
but I perceive you, and he kind of like raises his hands higher, stretching out like your body in size. Taller.
Well, I am a growing boy. I want to investigate, not insight, because I'm pretty certain I know what he's doing. But I want to investigate whether I can tell this is observational or magical,
Okay.
or
And-
maybe
and-
even like a latent psychic ability.
And am I seeing this happen in real time, or
You're
is-
seeing Kevin react, but you don't see or hear what he's reacting to.
so it's like he's having a conversation with someone I can't see, but not saying anything?
100. Yeah.
Can
So
I
he's
tell-
speaking, but you can't hear anything of Soak.
Oh,
Can
so
I-
I'm hearing one side of it.
Yeah, you hearing Kaeviir's.
Oh, okay.
Can I tell that Rayne can't see him from the way he's
Um,
reacting?
Looking at his face, yes, you can tell by his reaction.
Well, not only that, but if you're having half a conversation, I'm probably at some point going to go, "Who the hell are you talking to?"
Right. So I'm going to just gesture to him and say, I'm having a conversation. 1 second.
What?
All right. Here's my roll. I'm going to take a 10 instead.
Okay.
23 to investigate the up and down of this guy. I want to know everything that I can about him from a 23 roll.
All right. He's not casting a shadow on the ground.
Right. So he's illusory.
But he's actually not sitting on the ground. He looks like he is, but you can actually see he's hovering almost.
Right. But I don't think he's real. So whether he's standing or floating is irrelevant. I think he's either a mental perception in my mind or a visual trick. And the other person might be somewhere else.
He's kind of he begins to kind of crawl towards you and sits a little closer in front of you and looks at you real close.
Something I can
He
do for
reaches
you?
out and touches you, and you actually feel his finger touch your forehead.
So, not an illusion.
I'm an illusion?
No, you're not.
Touch. Huh. Well, it's good to know I'm not an illusion.
Well, the more we talk, the more I'll figure out what you are.
That is possible.
I'm gonna start.
But what
to
I am
pace-
is confusing, yet the world cannot exist without me.
I'm going to pace and walk around him and see if there's any type of illusory correction, like
As
from
you do that, he
changing
reaches in his. Okay, go for it. Sorry.
when you walk around somebody that's creating an illusion,
Mhm.
they have to shape the illusion, and a
It-
person
it
who's not
doesn't.
a master. Okay, so
You
it's-
you actually you move around him. He reaches into his coat, he pulls out a pipe and begins puffing it, and bubbles come out.
Soak? Is that what you said?
Yes, Soak.
Soak, how can I help you?
I heard Dark Spire and it encouraged me to reach out to you. I have no idea what it is, and it sounds interesting.
It is.
Is
It's
it like
very
the Dark
interesting.
Tower in the center of town?
No, not exactly.
Oh well. You have a quest you're on, do you not?
Everyone has a quest. Quit speaking in riddles.
Just remember, everything is two-sided and two coins. Like your friend, the elf you travel with.
Mm-hmm.
She's here, but she's not. Both faces are real, but one is in the front. He looks over at the water ganase. He has 3,
3.
but
That's a weird shaped coin.
he has 1,
He has 1.
the one you see. Just like you.
And how many do I have?
You, sir, have as many as you want.
Of course I do. I like you. You're very interesting. Also, you've acknowledged that I have more faces than everyone else, and that makes me feel superior in face count, at least.
Give it time. You'll feel superior in height as well. And eventually, your years will count against you as well as they've counted for you.
How do you know about these things, and why are you observing me?
Because I'm trapped here and I'm bored and I can't get out.
Perhaps we can make fast friends.
Maybe. But you must finish your quest. You must finish it quick.
Why is that?
For the sky is falling and it cannot be put back together unless someone does something. And I do not want to be stuck here when the sky falls, because I cannot stand absolute quiet.
How do I get a hold of you?
I'll find you.
Of course you will.
Just call my name.
Soak.
Soak. I think that's my name. It sounds right. He disappears, and then you see the kind of different things around you begin, kind of water shooting out of a barrel. Fruit rolls off a stand. Just kind of like utter like chaos for a moment, and then everything kind of just goes back to normal as people begin to pick things up.
Did you see those things happen?
Yeah, Nate saw the things happen.
You saw
Or Rayne
that?
did.
What in the hell was that?
If I had to describe it in a word, a hiccup. Felt like a hiccup to me.
That looked more like you were having some sort of psychotic break for a moment because you were talking to something that wasn't there. And then I don't know what happened, but
You know what? Maybe
tell me this is normal, right? This is a normal part of whatever process you're going through.
No, this was unnormal. Look, let me just say, and I want to clarify with you. When I lie, you won't think, he's probably lying. I'm very good at it. When I'm
okay.
telling the truth and you think I might be lying, that should be your first hint that I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
Does that
All
make
right.
sense?
I'll keep that in mind.
When you think I'm being honest, you
Uh-huh.
should always consider the chance that I might be lying. When you think I'm lying, probably telling the truth.
Got it. Opposite day. Yeah, I got it. All right. Well, I'll let you figure that out, whatever that was in your own time. For now, we've got a flower shop to get to.
Fair enough.
So
Everything about that interaction made me super uncomfortable. By the way, I don't like people knowing things about me. That's some untouchables shit. I don't like it.
I know.
I want him dead. I want his family dead.
That's probably the worst thing you could do for Kaeviir. I know something you don't know, but
It really is.
It's game. Hey, it's early. It's early.
It's early.
It's early. I'll have a contract with him. He'll be working for me by the end of the year.
Oh, no, I just got to keep the riddles going. All right.
That's always fun.
It is. You make that challenging as hell. All right. Especially
Anyway,
because Rachel probably wrote down half the fucking riddles I just said.
Yeah. Well, even I was taking notes. I'm like, what? Wait, what is going on here?
Rayne,
All right.
Uh-huh.
the better or the quicker you can get your head around the fact that I am actually who I say I am,
Yeah.
the easier this is going to be for everyone.
All right. I think at this point you've thoroughly convinced me that you are who you say you are.
So you should automatically suspect me of lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's get some fucking flowers.
Great.
All right. So, yeah, you guys reached the flower shop. Actually, as you guys about to reach the flower shop, what is Kestrel doing right now besides cleaning her armor?
She's thinking about that weird prophecy that the decapitated head spoke to her earlier in the day. She hasn't really had time to think about that.
In a foreboding voice, she hears, "To save the land from the final shadow, a new evil must be crowned in the blood of the first."
Am I hearing that again or just remembering it?
I'm just echoing it as a memory.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
When you get prophesized 2 times in one day, that's never good.
No.
This one sounded like I'm kidding.
No.
Guess who's back?
Let's see. I'm
Strahd is
gonna.
back. No.
I don't know. There's not much for me to do right now after I clean my armor. Because I figured I'm just waiting for them because I don't know that they left.
No.
What time is it?
It's approaching noonish now, I guess.
Okay, then after I clean my armor, I'll go downstairs and order some
All right.
lunch.
All right, you get downstairs. Ethan's still at the counter. It's morning, so Fenn's still on shift. She comes over. Lunch?
Yes.
What can I get you?
Whatever the special is.
All right, fish it is. All right. She comes back with a plate of fish, cabbage, whatnot.
Fish
And a beer.
cabbage. Kind of looking around. And when Fawn comes back, I will ask her, have you seen Rayne and the kid?
Oh yeah, no, they headed out. She looks over. Hey boss, where did Captain Rayne and the pipsqueak go? He looks over. Kestrel, I had nothing to do with this. But
What?
normally Rayne is a lot more intelligent than this. I've known him for years, but that dumbass wants to buy you flowers.
No, I'm talking about that water genasi that I was sitting with this morning.
Yeah. He came in. He started asking about. I mean, I thought he was fancying the redhead. That works part time, picks up a couple shifts.
The one that
Elizabeth.
works in the evening.
Yeah, works the evening shift.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth. She found out she ran the flower shop. And he looks down at the kid and I think we need to get Kestrel some flowers. And I warned him you'd slap him, maybe run him through, but no, they were like, oh no, we're gonna go get flowers. So even the kids seemed enthused.
I will
Can you just do a rundown of what's going on I'm very curious as to what's going on in Kestrel's head right this second.
In Kestrel's head, she's thinking, these assholes are trying to get our mark before I do. And she's gonna stand up, like, I'll go speak to him. And just leaves and heads for the flower shop.
Okay. I was so curious if she actually for a second thought that they're actually trying to get flowers.
She thinks
this bullshit trying to get flowers. The kids seem excited. This motherfucker.
She thinks that you two have gotten a lead for the spider and you're trying to, basically kill them and take the reward money while she's been busy.
I really want that for you to be angry, increasing in anger as you walk towards the flower shop. This is how I perceive the scene going, right? And then she gets there and we're literally just looking at the flowers like, oh my God, look at this one. It's got the branch offs. It could have been grown in a way less delicate way, but this way you get 2 branches in 2 different directions. It's a parallel split. It's very well done. Whoever runs this place has a masterful hand. And you just walk in angry and see us fucking with the flowers. You're just like, what?
She will, as she's walking towards the door, she's draining her beer and then just puts it on the table beside the door as she walks out.
Oh, hold on. We haven't even got to the flower shop yet, but I like the idea though that you're angry as you approach and getting more mad the more you rationalize in your head that that's what we're doing. That's very funny to me.
So, yeah, heading to the flower shop.
So Kestrel sets off extremely angry towards the flower shop, thinking that they're trying to steal her money and her mark. And we get back to the flower shop, and there you guys are approaching it from the outside. It's kind of a small stand. You see the front actually folds up, and two beams hold it out, and the I guess the canvas spreads out, and you see the rows of flowers, the pots, and different ones hanging and whatnot. And um,
So-
she looks over and sees it. You see the woman inside. She's pruning and doing some things to the flowers.
Before we approach her to where we're in earshot, I'm gonna look at Rayne and be like, "All right, here's your first test. Go with it."
Wait,
And
what?
I'm gonna run into the flower shop and like kind of look around like excitedly.
Oh no.
She turns around. She's hearing the pitter patter of a child's foot.
Captain, these will be great.
Yeah. These are actually really nice. What were you thinking, Junior?
I was thinking that on the ship, since we're going to be away from land for so long, that it'd be a great idea to have some plants around, just so it'd feel like it wasn't so remote.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great idea.
I think the
mean,
men would love it.
Yes, I think they would love it too.
But
What
we need one that aren't difficult to maintain, because we won't have a lot of the things we need to keep it. Salt water is not good for plants. Salt water's
No.
not good for plants, right?
right?
I'm gonna shout over to the person.
She looks over. It's always nice to see Captain and
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin, he's
I
my
really wanted to be Tennille, but Kevin, we're gonna sell this one first.
All right, Kevin. Welcome to my flower shop. Yeah, and salt water is not good for plants.
yeah.
What do you suggest for the water? Open water on maybe a boat.
That kind of would get rough, because it would take away from your drinking supply. And since you can't bring, I'm not, trust me, I'd love to sell you plants for your ship. I don't know how long they would last up there, and I really don't want you buying them and angry because they die within a week.
What about cactus?
Cactus.
Cactus.
Yes.
They don't have much water. I read that they don't use.
No, they don't, but I don't have any because they really don't grow here. If you want to find those, you'd have to go way east through the desert, but that's not a safe area to go.
Yeah, and we don't have that much time left in port, Kevin. By the way, thank you for taking so much time here with him. He is quite the aspiring horticulturalist.
Well, we were really hoping to have something maybe we could put on the boat. Is there anything you can think of? By the way, does this lady have red hair?
Yes, she does.
Does she seem malevolent or angry or?
No, she actually seems really kind of kind and what's the word? She has a pleasantness to her.
I'm going to, as I'm sort of like in her area, I'm going to look down at the floor like I'm like waiting for like a negative answer. Like, I don't know, maybe we could find something. Like, I'm going to look down at the ground, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to investigate.
All right.
And the investigation is going to be to look around the floor as part of that kind of downward looking gesture to see if I can find any red hairs that would be shorter, like the ones we found earlier. Fair.
Okay.
All right. That's fine. Go ahead and do the roll.
Yeah, and the entire time
31.
There you go. I was going to say the entire time while he's asking all these sort of rapid fire questions, quite the way that a kid would, that you just can't get to shut up. Why, that thing.
Mhm.
I am looking just to see if I can see any kind of visible trauma, like does she have any bruising that maybe she's trying to hide with her clothing, or is there anything, on her arms? Just anything that she would have been involved in struggle counter to what we saw the constable. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going for. Oh,
All right.
that's reasonably decent for me. It's a 21.
All right. We'll start with Kaeviir's 31. As she begins to answer your questions, goes through. She offers a couple solutions, or a couple, but she doesn't really have any flowers that just don't need water to survive. But she mentions maybe some there's an artist in town that makes wax plants that may would last a lot longer and keep their
maybe that
prettiness.
would
But
work.
you don't see any large red hairs on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing any kind of fur hairs on the floor or anything in the flower shop. Nothing like that. Rayne, you do pick up she does keep pulling her sleeves down. If she reaches for something, once she's done and pulls it back, she normally immediately pulls her sleeve back down to there is some discoloration under her right sleeve.
Okay.
And she is wearing a scarf. It's midday. It was a colder morning, but she hasn't taken it off yet.
Okay.
She's kind of in a thick blue cardigan sweater, a thick gray wool skirt.
Okay. All right. Well,
Kaeviir, you do notice there is some spiders in the corner, but none of them actually look like widows or anything. They're just
Spiders.
yeah.
What kind of are any of the flowers here unusually rare or?
No, it seems like it seems like a really full flower shop. Like it's not selling well.
Well, maybe we could just buy some cut flowers to give to our friends before we leave.
well, we can do that. And I tell you what, if we can find this artist in town who can maybe make some of these, we'll do that. And we don't have anything rigged up on the ship now, but I can talk to my first mate and maybe we can find a way to store some rainwater. And that way we'll have a source of water for when the next time we come into port.
Oh.
At this point, Adri finally catches sight of the two of them outside the flower shop.
Great. I'm glad Adri finally showed up.
I mean, Kestrel.
Kestrel.
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's gonna
sorry.
be weird.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I've been
start
calling her
picking-
Adri for what 5-something years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember how hard it was to get Chunakote's name right? And then I finally got it.
Oh yeah.
And then he left.
I swear, man, we
Damn
were
it.
calling him Chupacabra or Chukazord or Charakuka.
Charakote. Charizard.
Yeah.
Choka tuna.
Yeah.
We did that for a long time.
Joking, dude.
So I'm
All
going to be
right.
picking out flowers that we can give to Kestrel.
All right. So I see them in there. I may or may not see the red-haired lady. My whole thought process has been these two, are trying to like cut me out of this bounty deal. So I'm gonna I get up to the shop and I just very forcefully open the door, much harder than it needs to be opened.
Does the door break?
It might.
Yeah,
Honestly.
strength check, girl.
Strength check. All right. I might roll low. We'll see. We'll see. I did low roll.
Mm.
Damn it.
She rolls a 10.
It was a 10.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
All right.
Yeah.
Besides, I think
She swings it open. You hear a loud bang behind you. Well, she kind of the girl jumps and
We all jump.
yeah, look towards that way. Adri, give me a
No. Kestrel.
Kestrel, give me a perception.
Perception. 24.
Where are your eyes focused?
Who are you more
I
angry
would
at?
say
Ooh.
kind of trying to take in exactly what's happening, sort of trying to get the like trying to read the room mostly. Like if have they been confrontational with this lady? Does she seem suspicious of them? Are they like getting ready to a coordinated attack on her or something?
All right. As you see her, she jumps when you open the door, but as the body jumps, the eyes almost narrow, like they're not responding the same way the body did. And then in like a flash, the eyes are matching the body in fear and following suit.
Can I use a quick message?
She
Cantrip?
kind of slips, tries to put her Rayne between herself and you as you slam open the door. Go for it, Kaeviir.
I'm gonna message and be like, calm down. You don't know us, we don't know you. I'm gonna shoot the same message over to Rayne. Oh my god, are you Kestrel?
Yeah.
I heard that you took down the butcher.
I did.
How was it? Was it easy? I bet it was easy for you.
It was pretty bloody, but it was a good fight.
Do you like flowers? Is that why you're here?
I don't, but I know a bard who does.
I'm picking out flowers for a friend too.
Yes, we're all picking out flowers for friends.
She said that we couldn't have them on the boat because there isn't enough regular water. All they have is the salt water, and that doesn't work. Do you know of any flowers that are good for being at sea?
Not flowers.
Yeah.
Like a nature
Like-
check?
Like Kevin, I believe this young woman has more things, better things to worry about right now than flowers. I turn back to our florist. We'll take, whatever we've managed to kind of get in our hands. I'm sure we're kind of holding fistfuls of flowers at this point. I'll say we'll just settle up for these for now, and we'll get out of your hair. It looks like you have another customer.
How many of these can we get for 5 gold?
Really?
I'm not trying to buy the whole damn shop, Kaeviir.
Easily 6-7 dozen for 5 gold.
Let's do that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You'll make my week.
Yes,
hope
for
so.
sure.
I won't even have to work at the tavern this week. You guys are amazing.
Well, maybe 3 gold.
Wait. You work at a tavern too?
Yeah, you work at a tavern?
Since my husband passed, I have to make ends meet, and
No.
between the flower shop and the dock fees on his boat, I just
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
I'm trying to take care of his boat.
it's where I'm living now. We lost the house, so I'm staying in the boat.
Oh, well,
It was
terribly
cheaper than
Sorry to hear that.
it's
Times
how
are
the
rough.
world is with the Dreadlord, with the Dark Lord gone, and things have kind of taken a darker turn.
Mm.
The Kagrat are trying to run the town and replace the new Dark Lord, from what I'm hearing, which means her vampireness herself is pushing things.
I'm going to look at Kestrel and be like, how many flowers are you going to buy? Since you came here for flowers for your bard friend.
I'm gonna look at the woman and be like, what kind of flowers do bards like?
She smiles.
I don't know how to answer
I've
that
never
without
known a
being
bard to turn
filthy.
down any flowers.
That's fair.
But I will say this is the first time I've heard someone buying the bard flowers. Normally, we have bards in here buying flowers for everyone else.
Well, she'll really appreciate these then.
Alrighty, let me put together a bundle. May I pick together a bundle for you?
That would be great. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and
I'll
as
get
I'm
you guys
now-
packaged up first. Yeah.
because I'm now basically carrying flowers like this.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You've taken all the
She-
good flowers.
She exchanges the money for you guys and gets you guys squared away. And then she goes to pick out a bouquet for
Yes, I kind
Kestrel.
of with hands full of basically carrying a fucking garden in front of me now. I kind of tip my hat to
She's like, ooh, hold on. She reaches back behind and she picks up a small spider in her hand and, excuse me, she makes her way to the door and then lets it outside loose. Comes back in and begins picking flowers again.
All right. Well, you have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
Just kind of push.
Bye, Lady Kestrel.
Just kind of pushing Kevin
Just
in
Kestrel.
front of me.
While she's picking out flowers, I'm gonna say, so you live on a boat, you don't get seasick?
Not really. My husband, he's been a fisherman his whole life, and sometimes I'd go out with him when he was fishing, when he was alive.
Hmm.
So
Well,
I miss him. But
sorry.
enough about me. You have happiness with your bard friend, right?
This'll really make her day. I'm sure I won't hear the end of it.
Well, aren't you a sunshine? I'll get you a sunflower.
Thanks.
Can I eat it?
She puts the bundle together. You know what? The captain and his cabin boy made my week, and you did say the butcher made the thing. So
It's like the world's worst nursery rhyme. The captain and the cabin boy and the butcher.
oh God!
and the baker and the candlestick maker. What the fuck?
And since you killed the butcher and made it safer, I mean, it was real scary to come home at night with a butcher out there. And now there's that. I mean, the kids running the newspaper pamphlets are talking about a spider, and then there's the brood, and
Yeah,
you can't live in the city anymore.
it can be pretty dangerous.
The banquet, the book or the bouquet's on me.
Oh, are you sure?
You killed the butcher. You made it safer for all of us.
Well, thank you. I guess if you feel unsafe or you need, someone to help walk you home or something, I'm staying at what's the tavern called?
Captain Marble.
Captain
Um,
Morbat's?
yeah.
Marbolts?
Marbrot. Marbrot.
Captain.
Yeah,
I'm staying at Captain Marbrot's.
that's fun.
You
Oh,
need
I worked there. I did. I did last night. I don't have to this week because I mean, with that, I'm good for the week or maybe two.
Mm.
So
Well,
I can just run the flower shop and try to make things beautiful.
I should be in town for a while, so if you need help with anything, let me know.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Very awkwardly take my bouquet of flowers and leave.
All right.
Whisper is not going to forget this. Just say it like I'm dreading this, but I also don't want to throw away a bunch of flowers. I'm gonna
It'd be
look
really weird when you said I got you flowers, then we lead all of them up there.
I'm just sitting here thinking, how normally when when someone buys flowers who actually wants to give them to someone, they're very careful with them and they carry them dainty. I just imagine Kestrel walking back with them. They're just like hanging down by her side.
Yep.
She's just swinging. They're just like knocking into everything. Petals are going everywhere and stems are broken.
She's gonna get back. I got you flowers, and
Yeah, it's just
broken and gone.
It's a bunch of leaves and stems sticking out. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head back towards the tavern, but I'm keeping an eye out for the captain and the cabin boy and 8,000 flowers.
I would imagine that we probably just made our way down the road and we're waiting for you to come out to ask what the hell was that.
I just want to clarify that Kaeviir has spent $0 and has bought a contact and a lot of flowers. You got flowers for free, but you didn't because you actually paid 5 gold for a shit ton of flowers.
Which I'm now having to carry.
Right. This has gone really well for me being little.
It's
Well,
all right.
I don't know.
Itty bitty.
Kaeviir, would we have gone back to the tavern, or do you think we would have stayed and waited somewhere down?
Well,
What
we
would-
can't stay too close. We'd have to go back about halfway, just enough to break visual line of sight with
Yeah.
with the flower shop. But as soon as she comes around the corner, we'll be like, wow. Angrily wanted to buy some flowers, huh? Just needed to get them right then.
I thought you two were still in the tavern, so it was a bit surprising to hear that you'd followed a lead without me.
Well, we sort of figured that if a person were to kick a door in and swing a sword around, it might be a little off-putting.
Yeah.
I didn't kick the door.
Could have
Well,
fooled
you
me.
You
That
almost
door
broke it
looks
off the hinges.
almost put a fucking hole through the other side of the wall.
We just wanted to do a little reconnaissance and was following a lead while it was still fresh. I say that as all you see is like the top half of my face.
He's got that Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking. And yeah, and I'm slowly developing hay fever as I see it.
Well, maybe we could give these out to some people. I don't know. I didn't really think this through.
Yeah,
I just figured that if she's not at the tavern, she couldn't attack anyone. We have all these flowers now, but she to me did not seem like an aggressive sort.
Well, you didn't see what I saw then.
What did you saw then?
Well, when she reached pick out flowers, she had bruises on her forearm.
I think she was hurting someone or someone was hurting her.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other, perhaps.
Where did they say that those two heads got smashed?
Down at the south side, not near here.
That's where the flower shop is on the south side, is it not?
Little
It's
So
in
what?
the middle-
You think
near
she's
town.
you think she's the brute?
No, I was saying that she said her husband was dead. Her eyes went weird when she was feared, but then she put on airs, right? She's like she didn't get scared when you walked in. She got scared as a cover for what she originally reacted like. So we're pretty
Well-
certain that she is the spider,
Yeah.
but the explanation that she gave seemed very relaxed. I don't know that
Well, we know she lives on a boat, and we know she's going to be probably working for at least a few more hours. So we could go look for
Keep an eye
her
on her.
boat,
Mhm.
see if there's anything interesting in there.
And don't forget, we do have a freshly sobered witness who saw the brute take care of those two poor gentlemen. So I'm pretty sure if that description doesn't match a tiny redheaded florist, then
No, I'm pretty certain that she's the spider, considering that she picked up spiders and walked them out. But my other line of thinking
Mhm.
is that her husband is quote unquote dead,
Yeah.
right? But we don't know that he's actually dead or if he's just dead because that's an easy cover and that she's taking care of him or doing something like that. And maybe,
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe he's going out and doing stuff and then she's finding a way to cover it. Or I don't we need more information before we can formulate any type of actual
No,
theory.
I see where you're going with this. I will also tell you in my experience that sometimes when shapeshifters shift, they seldom are in control of their own actions. Sometimes they don't even recall what they've done.
The shapeshifter that I have experience with had erratic behaviors, but not any that I would say were outside of their control.
Well, I
Just
think
stand
there's
there or sit there invisible.
yeah.
I said erratic behaviors. Yeah.
I think there is a bit of a spectrum on that, if
Okay.
I'm being honest.
But before we, do anything like this, we should better understand the situation. And right now, she's not going to be at work. She's not going to have any conflict. So if she goes out to try to do something, we'll know that this will be malevolent, as opposed to, we'll just keep an eye on her. We can follow her if we need to, just to keep an eye on what she's doing.
Agreed.
If the situation is she is a shapeshifter, and when she's confronted or attacked or something like that, she defends herself, I find it hard to justify being aggressive towards her.
But then she's also killed 20 people.
That's fair. 20 people is a lot.
Yeah, that's regardless of whether she's in control of her actions or not. That is not something you can just turn a blind eye to.
I mean, the bay can be dangerous, but it's not that dangerous.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
we try to find her boat. Maybe we can get some more information.
sure. I'm down for that.
Let me.
I agree.
I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna go put these flowers away.
Well, here,
Same.
go ahead and take this 8 dozen because I don't know what I'm going to do with these either.
I'm already carrying 6 flowers in my hands.
All right. I'm gonna take my
These are my
9
favorite.
9 dozen flowers up to my room. I'm gonna pray that Vess is still asleep. Just like leave them near her.
You gonna leave a note?
Reenact the scene from American
No
Beauty.
note.
Just
Oh God, that scene aged shitty.
Yep.
I know.
That scene might be the worst aged scene
ever is aged like milk. I am wrapped with anticipation to see how Vespera.
She's
reacts to-
still gonna be asleep. She's been day drinking all morning. She's still gonna be asleep.
Can Vespera make a Constitution check to see whether or not she
Can,
wakes up?
Can
tried
Rachel
to
roll me a
have it-
D100?
Can you try
why
to
do I
lead
have
her
to be in charge of
culture?
this? Why do I have to
'Cause
be in
it's your
charge of this fate?
It's your character's fate.
59.
Oh, boy, that's a callback that no one caught. I love it.
Because I'm gonna edit that out.
Oh,
All right,
I
so
love Nate's face.
How do you enter the room, Kestrel?
As quietly as I can.
I need to hear
With
some
disadvantage and
rolls.
stealth.
You're
Is
in
it-
heavy armor.
Is it with disadvantage?
It's an old building with some wooden floors. Come on now.
However, I'm wearing mithril, which does not impose disadvantage
Mhm.
on
It's still
stealth
heavy
checks.
and weights
Alright.
on.
So
the
it's
floor.
not. It is not at disadvantage though.
Okay.
All right.
22.
Oh,
Mhm.
All right, you sneak in quietly. But she's not in the bed.
Oh god! I'm gonna very quickly
Oh.
just set these down and then turn around to leave.
She springs from
As
the
you
roof.
turn around, she's standing there behind the door.
oh.
You have to stop doing that.
She has this moment of excitement on her face before like a loud scream, but it's silent.
It's not. This is not what it looks like.
This is totally what it looks like.
It is not what it looks
Oh,
like.
this is totally what it
is
looks
not-
like.
Look, I can't tell
Yes.
you. I can't tell
Yes, you
you
can.
what this is about right now, but it's not what it looks like.
Are those for me?
Yes, because I didn't want
It
to
is
waste.
totally what it looks like.
I have to go.
No, you,
I'm
why?
gonna like grab her
You
by her
can't drop off
shoulders
flowers and go.
and push her like to the side.
This is
and then
why
I
you're
just
alone all
leave.
the time.
I have to go. Bye.
No, don't.
I shut the door, and then like I hurry downstairs and like let's go.
She screams so loud and giddy,
We have to
the
go.
whole tavern hears.
I can't believe that Kaeviir and I are just standing right outside the door, just like
I open the door and you're both there.
and
in
we're
the
just like
way.
both right there.
This got real weird.
That seems to have gone well.
Hey,
Depends on.
she
for
seems
who.
happy.
I will not hear the end of this. Let's
Mm.
let's go. She's going to be really disappointed when I explain that was for a lead, but let's go.
Okay.
I always knew how you felt about me.
She's going to be composing like an epic poem or something for the rest of the day. We need to go.
Okay.
You need to stay.
We'll take you away from your misery
She
then.
peeks the door.
Let's Bye.
Stay.
I'm leaving.
I'm reaching for you.
She's leaving. Guess is leaving.
I just got to look back over my. She'll be back later. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll.
She's got to set up reservations. So just take a load off, okay, Toots?
Going downstairs, like Kaeviir, we need to hire a guy with an accordion,
What?
and I'll get Captain Ethan to get a table, and we'll just make it all work.
I got a guy who has a backpack that makes a squeaky noise when he wiggles it. Is that close?
I will
Close enough.
run both of you through with my sword.
Oh, well.
You hear a tapping begin upstairs as you hear the strumming of a lute begin.
She's always trying to write songs about me. Let's go.
Well, that's what bards do.
You can almost feel the magic as she begins to project
This
it
is not
through the
magic.
floors.
This is not magic.
As we leave the tavern.
And you hear the faint sounds of just the two of us from up in the loft above.
She opens the window so you guys can hear it blasting
Oh
out the
my
window.
God. Let's go.
All right, so which boat? Do we know which one?
You
I
never asked.
would assume that Rayne here with his dock contacts can suss that out.
Yeah, because
If we don't mind staying in the bar, you could probably ask Ethan, and then you can hear the rest of your song.
No, I
Never
don't.
want to close my eyes.
I don't.
I don't fall asleep because I'm with you, babe.
Oh God. Oh.
This is gonna.
Imagine me and you. And you and me.
Kess is going through like the other
No
taverns
matter
in her
how we
mind.
roll the dice, you'll seem to be.
She's like, what if
All
I
these
go
fucking flowers are nice. What you gave to me. So happy. Sorry.
internally Kess is like, okay, I'm gonna go to the widow's retreat. I'm gonna tell them my name is Adri and I'm gonna get a room there and I'm just gonna lay low.
Oh no,
Ain't no mountain high.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
My
You got me
ducky
doing it.
wings. I'm sorry, this is great.
Oh,
This is
okay.
amazing.
I've never weaponized a bard before. Hey, episode title: Weaponized bards.
Oh.
all I can picture now is there's gonna be like a future part where like Kid Kaeviir is gonna like accidentally quote unquote get caught by Vess and he's gonna be like, oh, Kestrel wanted me to hide this. And he's just gonna have like a little like box with a ring in it. And he's like, but she told me not to tell you, but I mean you're already here, so don't tell her I told you about this. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, Kaeviir, dude, you have to do that.
Oh man, there's a million ways to set this up, and I just really want to stew in it for a minute. So just really, like
We'll
a
plot,
sauna.
dude. We'll plot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want a sauna. I want to like steam in it. Just really get the pores opened up and just be receptive to the universe.
This isn't like cooking in a wok where it's really quick. This is more like a sous vide situation where it's just gonna be low and slow. It's like
order the souffle early because it's gonna take 15 to 20 weeks.
yeah, we're gonna do this in a crock pot. It's gonna be an all day affair.
This is like Texas barbecue.
It's in the kitchen to stew and it'll be good by game time.
This is Texas barbecue where it takes like 18 hours.
That's
to
right.
cook it.
And
If
comes
you want
out
it done
tasting
right.
like fucking vinegar. Nice. Oh, hey, any Texas people want to argue? I know you guys get real busy about that. Stuff.
About barbecue?
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna go down that road. We got a game to play.
All right. We're
North
going to
Carolina's the vinegar type.
we're going to the docks.
We're going to the
All right,
docks.
so you guys-
we'll make our way over to Catalog's place, the harbor master, and I will find out from him where our florist is, Elizabeth.
All right. You guys reach there and he's sitting there. He's poking out a sandwich. Looks up.
That's not the same thing you were trying to eat the last time I was here, was it?
No, I think my wife's trying to kill me.
It looked like it moved.
Yep, she's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Swipes off the table into a trash bin. What can I help? Oh, hey, you got a kid with you. Hey, kid, here's some gold. Go down 2 blocks and pick me up a sandwich and come back.
Hey, here's your gold back. Go fuck yourself.
Sorry, that's not his reaction. That was good. He stands there stunned, looks at the kid.
Kevin.
Is this your cabin boy?
Well, not with an attitude like that. He's not. You heard the man. Take the gold and go get the man a sandwich.
I'll find another fucking boat.
It's like, through gritted teeth, just play along while I get this. Would you
Respect your elders.
I could say the same thing to you right now. Short round.
Give me the gold.
He hands the gold.
I'm just gonna walk off and I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna go walk around kind of the dock and see if I can try to profile boats.
I kind of look around the room, go, it is just so hard to find good help these days.
You're not picking up orphans in town, are you?
No.
Oh,
Perish
thank
the thought.
God.
God, no.
You might want to drop him back off at the orphanage.
You
Then.
know me better than you know what? He'll just wander off and find his own way back. Look,
Here's my gold.
He's gonna bring you your sandwich at least. Just give him some credit.
All right.
Look,
No, dude's gonna be sandwichless for a while. I think you'll find.
why is? Oh, anyway.
What do you need, Ryan?
Well, first things first, I pull out a couple of gold out of my pocket. I'm going to be parked here for a little bit longer than I anticipated. So this should cover my fees for.
You're good. Yeah.
Furthermore, we are trying to track down a boat that someone in town owns. Fisherman passed away a while. His wife's name is Elizabeth. She owns the flower shop.
Oh, Soulgrave.
Soulgrave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's she parked at?
Oh, she has the red crab. It's you can't miss it. It's kind of like a beat up old fisher boat, 2 levels.
Yeah.
I mean, it's decent. It's seaworthy. She actually got quite a few offers on it. I mean, there's still a couple offers on the table to buy it, but
yeah,
because of her husband, she won't sell it. She rather, she got rid of the house to live there, and I mean, she pays her dock fees, so I don't complain.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to talk to her about the ship. I may have some things brewing on the side that I could use another worthy vessel. So, all right.
But she's down about 6 docks from you on the docks.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'll try and make sure you get that sandwich.
All right. You guys hear it in the back. Did you eat your sandwich? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then why aren't you dead yet?
You're still breathing.
I got a deal at some flowers if you want. Daisies
really
funerals, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys leave the harbor master.
Yep, we'll head over to the Red Crab.
Thank you so much for listening to Return to Ravenloft, a freelance heroism podcast. If you'd like to support us more, check us out on patreon.com/freelance_heroism and just donate any amount. We have prizes and journal entries and art that we post regularly, a few times a week, and we'd really appreciate any support you could give us. Thank you.
Our cast includes Rachel Moore as Kesselgard Reskill, Dees Cassius as Master Kaeviir, Nathan Lett as Captain Rayne Trichet, and David, aka D-Walk, as Dr. Midnight, and everyone else in the game. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you next week.
The invoice is in the mail.
Baby Kaeviir, race car driver. I'm gonna drive fast.
Oh no.
To the
He's not-
episode.
It's like that what is it, the Airbud rules where they're like, it doesn't say a dog can't play basketball. And it's
Ain't
like
no rule says this kid can't drive. I'm like, actually, it's in there. It's in. You just look harder.
all right, to the episode.
The fact that referee
Mhm.
had the rule book on hand shows me a stunning lack of confidence in his knowledge of the game. Right? Like maybe have one in the office somewhere, but not on hand. Right? He was looking through a book that he had on hand, like a pocket rules book. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Ugh.
Okay.
By the way,
What?
it's a dog.
Mhm.
It's not going to play basketball. I don't give a shit if he could bump it with his nose. I mean, how could that possibly be better than those kids on that team? How bad is your team that a golden retriever is going to put up points? Right? Tech foul the dog out. Right?
Mhm.
Just tech him out.
Okay, to the episode.
You tech out the dog early, right? In like the first quarter because he's a distraction. And they put a dog in, so the rest of the team is useless.